basically every offensive category. 17 points per game. Almost 7 rebounds per game, as a jump ball is going to be called the tie up there. And possession goes back to the Gators. 5 on the floor, Mimi Johnson, Clara Crisco, Emerson White, Claire Graham, and Bobby Taylor Brazil for the Lady Gators. Inbound to Mimi Johnson. Johnson trying to work on Kesey. Here in the 3A Area 6 championship game. Both of these teams will be in the playoffs. The winner gets the home field advantage for Friday for the girls and Saturday for the boys. Clara Graham got the ball back on what would have been a turnover. Mimi Johnson's got it going to the right block. Underneath the basket, tries to go up for 2, gets blocked. Back to Crisco, up for 2, rattles out, and a foul is called on the shot. It's going to go against Haynes Kesey for Lee Scott. And that will send Clara Crisco to the line. First free throw up and good. Second free throw for Crisco, up and short. And the rebound tipped around and taken by Claire Graham. Claire Graham trapped in the corner, back to TV Brazil, up for 2, and just missed it off the left. Got her own rebound, no foul called. Still loose between her and Fields. She gets it back again. Back outside to Crisco. Crisco at the key for 3, just short. And taken by Clark Ivitt along the far side. Ivitt coming back near side, across the timeline. Near side of 5, shot is blocked by Emerson White and out of bounds. Good defense there by Emerson White. Kesey outside the Dunlap. Dunlap driving in. Back to Cleveland. Cleveland trying to drive in on BT Brazil. Spin move and no shot as she traveled. Took 3 steps there in the paint. And a turnover gives the ball back to the Gators. Mimi over to BT Brazil. Near side of Claire Graham. No foul called again as Crisco tries to drive in. Over to BT Brazil. Good high catch by D Brazil. Up and in for 2. 6 points for Bobby Taylor Brazil in the first 3.5 minutes. Couple substitutions now incoming for Lee Scott. Riley Fields and Camden Cleveland will check out. Lucy Zellner checks in for Lee Scott. A long pass. Bobby Taylor Brazil is at the line for a chance for a 3-point play and to tie the ball game up at 10. Bobby Taylor up and just missed it long, and it's rebounded by Lee Scott. Bobby Taylor Brazil, 63% police room success, and that's a charge underneath the basket. Good one taken there by Crisco. (10-9) still our score. Lee Scott leads. 7-0 run by the Lady Gators. Johnson looking again for the long inbounds pass the lefty. Now throws it near side of Crisco. Crisco's got it across the timeline. She's fouled. Clark Ivitt will be called for the foul for the Lady Warriors. And timeout's going to be called by Coach Cordy Harrison for the Lady Warriors. Hot start for the Lady Warriors. What a response by the Lady Gators. Down 10-2, just 2 minutes in. They fought the way back into a 1-point ball game. It's Lee Scott 10, Lady Gators 9 here in the first quarter of the 3A Area Championship game. We'll be back in just a moment on Georgia, Alabama Sports Live. Welcome back to the action. 3:45 to play in our first quarter. 10-9 Lady Warriors lead, but Claire Crisco with a chance to tie and take the lead here at the free throw line for the Gators. First one up is off to the right, no good. Second free throw from Crisco, no good off the back iron. And a foul underneath the basket called jump ball. Possession arrow favors the Warriors. And the free throw line so far this year. Still a 10-9 lead for Lee Scott. Dunlap trying to work in on Mimi Johnson, trying to get a screen. And the foul's going to be called away from the ball. Goes against number 20, I believe it's Claire Graham. Possession back still with the Warriors. Inbound to Clark Ivitt. Ivitt pass far side, nearly tipped out of bounds by Crisco. Kesey coming near side, good defense by Emerson White against Clark Ivitt. Ivitt pass inside, up for two and good for the left. Block is Lucy Zellner, the sophomore. Her first point to the ball game, 12-9, Lee Scott lead. Long pass inside again to Crisco. Crisco trying to drive in. Going against Clark Ivitt, up for two, too strong, and Ivitt with the rebound. Ivitt streaking down the floor against Johnson, up for two for the left block, but a foul is called. Clark Ivitt, as I mentioned, the freshman, number one. Leader in basically every offensive category. Field goal percentage, field goals made, field goals attempts, points per game, three-point attempts, three-pointers made, free throw percentage, just basically the whole works. As the first one goes. Ivitt has 394 points coming into tonight as she knocks down both free throws. The second leading scorer for the Lady Warriors is Camden Cleveland at 188. Just shows you how much of a difference maker she's been for this Lady Warriors team this year. Another lefty pass, long one for Johnson and Emerson White. She makes the catch, driving into the right block, up for two, no foul called, two-pointer good. Warriors fans wanting a foul on the left side. Gators fans on the right don't mind. 14-11 Lady Warriors lead. Cleveland at the key. Working in on Caden Henderson. Goes against BT Brazil, and a travel in the paint gives the ball back to the Gators. Johnson again, low inbound to Crisco, back to Mimi. Mimi down the middle of the court. Driving in, trying to go coast to coast there, back to White. White, two-pointer from mid-range, no good, and rebounded by the Warriors. Camden Cleveland, the senior, on the rebound. Cleveland coming near side, trying to drive it into the right side. Triple teamed there in the corner. She's trapped against the baseline, and a foul called. And Dusty Perdue upset with that foul call, knowing that they had a great opportunity to force a turnover. Got a little too aggressive and reached in. 4 fouls for the Gators this quarter, 5 for Lee Scott. Kesey into Clark Ivitt. 2:11 to play first quarter, 14-11 Lady Warriors game. Long pass far side to Kesey. Kesey for three from the corner. Just good, too strong and out of bounds. No one touched it after Kesey shot it. Give it into Mimi. Mimi far side. Gets it to White in the middle court. Far side to Caden Henderson. She made it! Oh, what a shot by Caden Henderson, and the foul. And a chance for the lead for the Gators for the first time tonight. Caden Henderson at the free throw line now for the ever-elusive 4-point play. And the first lead for the Lady Gators tonight. Free throw by Henderson, no good. I believe it was a lane violation anyway. So it will be Lee Scott basketball. Still tied at 14-14 now, our score. That was Caden Henderson's second three-pointer made this season. Now she gets to steal on the near side. Now a tie. White, again, short inbound pass that time to Mimi. Back to Emerson White. White, far side to Crisco. Good ball movement against the full court press by the Gators offensively. Crisco driving in on the baseline. Bounces outside. Trying to get it to BT Brazil. It's knocked out of bounds by Riley Fields. No, it's saved. Saved by Sydney Dunlap before it goes out of bounds, and it's Lady Warriors basketball. Now BT Brazil takes the pass, and it's knocked out of bounds. Nearly had a steal there, but it's knocked out of bounds. It'll be Lee Scott basketball still. Cleveland into Sydney Dunlap. Goes far side against Crisco. Now fighting against Henderson and White. Gets it near side, and I believe she stepped out of bounds. Yes, she did. Maggie Herndon steps on the sideline. And a turnover again for Lady Warriors as this Lady Gators defense has made great defensive adjustments so far. Different strategy offensively, really pressing the inbounds passes very long down the court to try to fight this full court press. Johnson with the ball in to White. White trying to get it. BT Brazil makes the catch. Up for two, no good. Gets rejected by the rim. Gets her own rebound. Up for two again. The shot was good, but she traveled before the shot was shot. Turnover for the Gators. We're still notched at 14. Lady Warriors basketball. Under a minute to play now in our first quarter. Dunlap going as Henderson, and a foul called. Now we'll send Sydney Dunlap to the free throw line. Both teams now at 5 fouls in the first half. First free throw from Dunlap. Good. Dunlap, a 63% free throw percentage, goes 1 for 2 there. And the horn blew for a moment. I believe it was incidental. Yeah, Coach Purdue was confused of why play had stopped, as it shouldn't have, but the horn blew and everybody stopped, and now we're going to have a conversation at the scores table between the referee and the scorekeeper. And now we're ready to go. Glenwood basketball. Mimi Johnson looking to see who was open this time. Gets it into Crisco. She missed her. Missed her off to the right, and a ball back to the Lady Warriors. And a rather sarcastic reaction there by Coach Purdue. Pass inbounds goes to Lucy Zellner. Now to the near side of Camden Cleveland. Cleveland double team gets Camden Cleveland. Cleveland double team gets Crisco. Jump ball called. And it's going to keep possession here with the Lady Warriors. 43 seconds to play in our first half. Lady Warriors lead 15-14. Lady Gators in the orange tops, orange bottoms. Lady Gators in the orange tops, orange bottoms. Lady Warriors in the white tops with the white bottoms and the red trim. Mimi Johnson will check out. Lily Moody checks in for the first time tonight. Lily Moody checks in for the first time tonight for the Gators. And a foul inside. Let's see who that was against. I believe it's going to go against Emerson White. It will. So now Camden Cleveland at the free throw line to shoot two. First one, no good. Camden Cleveland, a 52% free throw percentage so far this season. Second free throw attempt, up and rattles out, rebounded by the Lady Gators. White, far side of Crisco. 35 seconds to play first quarter. Down to Lily Moody. Moody underneath the basket, trying to shoot it up and a travel before she could get the pass off. Sydney Dunlap now across the timeline. Less than 30 seconds to play in our first quarter. Herndon, near side to Kesey. Kesey trying to drive on Crisco. It's poked out by Crisco. Kesey gets it back. 16 seconds. Kesey, that's got to be a carrier, and it is. So now the Lady Gators with one last chance to take the lead before the end of the first quarter. White looking, gets it into Crisco. Crisco across the timeline, inside the paint, trying to drive into the left side. Up for two and good. And the Lady Gators lead for the first time tonight. Last chance for the Warriors with 5, 4. Dunlap with 3. Going to take a 3 from out there. No good. Rebounded by Caden Henderson. Henderson's three-quarter court heave comes up short. The Lady Gators lead after the first quarter of play. Down 10-2 to early. Lady Gators lead 16-15 after the first 8 minutes. We'll be back in just a little bit for the 3A Area Championship game here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Hi, my name is Griff Gordy, and here at Gordy Eye Care, we have been serving the Bi-City community for 17 years. As a former state championship quarterback, I love the fact that I can watch local high school athletics in the comfort of my own home. So it was a no-brainer to support Georgia Alabama Sports Live and what they do for young athletes in our area.
And without business like yourself, Gordy Eye Care, none of our coverage would be possible. To be able to cover these 16 different high schools, the local colleges, and professional teams. So we'd like to say thank you to you, Dr. Griff Gordy, and Gordy Eye Care for your support of Georgia Alabama Sports Live. And then you can make an appointment today at Gordy Eye Care with the number 334-291-5125. Keep supporting Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Welcome back for the second quarter of action. Lady Gators lead at 16-15 here in the 3A Area Championship game. The third matchup between the Lady Gators and the Lady Warriors this season. They split the first 2 games with the home team winning each. Crisco on the far side. Trying to drive in, now up for 2, and gets fouled on the way up. Crisco free throw attempt, up and good. 2-point lead for the Lady Gators.
Wasn't a great start, Noah, for the Lady Gators, but man, have they come out strong here since being down 10-4, and really like how Claire Crisco's been playing.
Second free throw missed and rebounded by the Lady Warriors. Down to Sydney Dunlap, up for 2. Correction, Haynes Kesey there for 2. And the Lady Warriors tie back up at 17.
Bad transition defense by the Gators.
Been really interesting to see how they handle the inbounds pass against this full court press so far. Really been testing the Lady Warriors defense downfield, as you could say.
Yeah. And then you got to look out, too. There were a lot of fouls called in that first quarter. We want to make sure no one gets in foul trouble, or Coach Padue's going to have to go deep to his bench.
Wide into BT Brazil. Up to the right block, up for 2. Rattles out. Good rebound by Claire Graham. Up again for 2, and the putback is good on the second chance points.
How about Claire Graham getting in on the block?
Tough to out-rebound her and Bob Taylor Brazil any given night for sure.
Yeah, it's hard to move them, too. They're strong and physical on the block.
Dunlap at the key. Back outside. Cleveland going to take a 3 from the near wing. Low arcing shot, no good. Rebounded by Crisco. Coach Purdue yells circle as Crisco goes to the far side in front of the Lee Scott bench. High pass to BT Brazil. Tipped almost out of bounds, say by Brazil. Johnson thought about taking a 3, and see a 3-second lane violation is going to be called underneath the basket. So the ball back to the Lady Warriors. Dunlap going far side, time to drive in, back outside the Cleveland. Cleveland near side. Ball loose on the floor. taken by Kesey, and a foul's called, and I believe it's going to be against Claire Graham. So she will head to the bench. So Claire Hargrove will check in for the first time tonight. Dunlap. Herndon outside, three-pointer from the wing is good by Sydney Dunlap. And the Lady Warriors regain the lead, 20-19.
I was just about to say good defense there by the Gators, and they give up a long-distance tray.
Ball loose on the far side and out of bounds off of the Gators. Dunlap rolls far side. Gives outside to Herndon. Herndon near side to Kesey. Kesey drives in, back outside. Another three from the far side, off the back iron, no good. Rebounded by the Warriors. Cleveland blocked by BT Brazil, and now going the other way. Briscoe lost the handle. It's taken by the Lady Warriors. Wide open is Cleveland. Caught up to by Hargrove. Up for two is Cleveland. No good. Rebounded by Crisco. Missed opportunity there for the Lady Warriors. Long pass to BT Brazil on the far side. Working as Riley Fields back to White. White drives in. Up for two and in. And the Gators regain the lead.
What a tough move there from White. Taking the contact and finishing strong.
Ball's loose on the near side. Tussle for it between Crisco and Kesey. And the possession arrow favors the Warriors. Had a lot of fouls in that first quarter. Also having a lot of tie-ups so far. Very physical matchup so far.
Did you expect anything different with this?
Absolutely not.
No, you know this probably about as good as anyone I know. You knew this was going to happen for part three.
Kesey with the ball. Back to Herndon near side. Good pass to Riley Fields into the right block. Trying to make a move on BT Brazil. She does and got the shot to go. Beautiful footwork by Riley Fields. Lee Scott Lady Warriors regained the lead. 22-21. Back and forth we go. BT Brazil. Right block. Lost it.
She spent right into the defender.
Cleveland nearly stepped out of bounds. She gave it away right back to Brazil. Up for two and just missed it. Too strong. Rebound by White. Up and good. Second chance points good, and the Gators regain the lead 23-22. So a timeout called, and we'll take a break. Lady Gators lead by one. We'll be back in just a moment on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Welcome back to the ball game. Lady Gators lead 23-22 here with 4:16 to play in our 3A area championship game. The winner will host a playoff game this weekend. The loser will go on the road for the first round in the playoffs. Cindy Dunlap across the timeline. Spins, gives it back outside. Herndon. Back to Kesey. Kesey drives in, left block, up for two, and just off to the left. Good rebound by Bobby Taylor Brazil. Brazil averaging over 8 rebounds per game. She's been a double-double machine so
Oh,
far
what
for
a
the Gators.
pass.
And there's another one right there. What a pass by Clara Crisco. 3-point lead for the Gators. Passing your side to Kesey, all by herself, takes the three, no good. It doesn't matter anyways, waved off as she traveled. White into Crisco. Crisco, far side, back near side to Emerson White. Back to Crisco. Got to get across the timeline. She does. Trying to work it on Herndon. Back inside to BT Brazil. Spin move up for two. Too short. Mimi Johnson collects the missed shot. Back outside to Crisco. Crisco for three from the far wing. Just off to the right. Good rebound by BT Brazil. Second chance points again. No good. Tipped around and taken by the Lady Warriors. But she traveled. She took it on her knees. Johnson trying to get it into BT Brazil. Pass deflected by Fields, and now a tie-up. About the 18th one we've had so far tonight. Possession arrow favors the Gators. White into BT Brazil. Back outside of Mimi Johnson. Trying to drive in, no foul called, up for two, and good, and the foul. Mimi Johnson through contact, and a chance for a three-point play. So while we've got a second, I'd like to explain to you the playoff situation so far. This is the Area 6 championship game for the girls. The Area 5 championship game is between St. James and Montgomery Academy. The winner of this game will play the loser of that one, and the loser of this game will travel to the winner of that one. Those games are scheduled for Friday. Mimi Johnson misses the free throw. Lady Gators remain at a 5-point advantage. Pass outside to Kesey. Kesey trying to drive in, gives it back far side. Back near side to Sydney Dunlap. Dunlap trying to drive in. She's blocked out of bounds by BT Brazil. But a foul is going to be called against Emerson White. Sutton Lewis, the 8th grader, long inbounds pass, gives it to Haynes Kesey. Kesey back near side, Dunlap, long two from the near side, too strong. Rebound knocked out of bounds off of the Gators. Pass far side, miscommunication there on the inbounds pass, and it goes out of bounds. White looking to get it in. Gets it into Mimi Johnson. Johnson double team, back to White. White near side to Crisco. Good ball movement again against the full court press. Crisco drives in, into BT Brazil. Oh, what a pass, and in for two. What a pass by Clara Crisco.
Crisco's throwing a couple of dimes here. She has been fantastic at the point guard position.
7-point lead for the Lady Gators. Good defense there by Crisco. The pass goes out of bounds, and another turnover by the Lady Warriors. The Gators, once down 10-2, are now on a 27-12 run. BT Brazil to the left block. Riley Fields, whoever's playing defense there, never turned around. But the ball goes out of bounds back to the Warriors. As Lucy Zellner playing defense there for Lee Scott. Under 2 minutes to play. Lady Gators lead by 7. Dunlap trying to drive in. Pass far side to Kesey. Going to take a three from the far corner. Up and good.
They needed that three bad, Noah.
Yeah, big time. And Mimi Johnson stripped in the corner. Ball's loose underneath the Lee Scott basket. Back out to Kesey. She's going to take another three. Believe it was deflected. And now it's taken by BT Brazil. Emerson White taking her time as she approaches the timeline. Gives it to Crisco. Crisco lost the handle out of bounds, but it was deflected off of Sydney Dunlap for the Warriors. Emerson White looking to inbound right in front of the Lee Scott bench. Long pass near side, didn't get it to Hargrove. Dunlap, pass inside, Kesey up for two and good. Quick 5 in a row for the Lady Warriors, and it's a 2-point ball game. Pass out to Mimi Johnson. Johnson again double teamed in the corner. Gets out of it, back over to White. White pass near to Crisco. Under a minute to play. Pass inside to BT Brazil's deflected. Ball's going to the far corner. Recovered by the Lady Warriors and somehow getting over the Clark Ivitt. Ivitt drives in left side, up for two. No foul called, is out of bounds off the Gators. Good save over there in the corner by Haynes Kesey to somehow get it back out to Clark Ivitt. Pass near side to Clark Ivitt. Drives in, floated for two, too short. Rebound taken on the near side by Sutton Lewis. Lewis trying to get it back to Clark. She does. 36 seconds to play in the first half. Ivitt taking her time. Gets a screen. Thought about taking the three. Gets it back near side to Sydney Dunlap. Dunlap trying to drive it in on Hargrove. Back far side. Kesey for three from the far corner. Too strong. Rebounded by Mimi Johnson. 14 seconds to play and a last chance for the Lady Gators. Johnson far side with 10, with 9. Pretty lackadaisical. She goes far side to Hargrove, inside to BT Brazil, taken by the Lady Warriors to Clark Ivitt. Ivitt with 4. Near side to Dunlap for 2, with 1. Her 3, the buzzer for the lead is no good. And after the first 16 minutes, the Lady Gators lead it 29-27. A hurling first half of action, as every play in this rivalry this season has been. Lady Gators 29. Lady Warriors 27 with 16 minutes to go in the 3A Area Championship game here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. We'll be back in just a little bit for the second half of action.
I'm always on the go. But with the Kinetic Credit Union app, Kinetic is always with me. The Kinetic mobile app is virtual banking at its best. With the Kinetic mobile app, I can easily send and receive money, make a deposit, pay some bills, and I can even open up a new account, all from my phone. And I can monitor all my accounts in one place, all on the go. The Kinetic mobile app, energized banking at its best.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
Georgia Alabama Sports Live is proud to partner with one of our presenting sponsors, Buffalo Rock. And without this partnership, it would be hard to be able to live stream all the different sporting events at high schools, colleges, and local professional teams every single week like we do. So we thank Buffalo Rock for their support of Georgia Alabama Sports Live. And next time you're watching a Georgia Alabama Sports Live broadcast, make sure you're drinking a nice, refreshing Pepsi. Delicious. Thank you to Buffalo Rock and Pepsi.
Hi, my name is Griff Gordy, and here at Gordy Eye Care, we have been serving the Bi-City community for 17 years. As a former state championship quarterback, I love the fact that I can watch local high school athletics from the comfort of my own home. So it was a no-brainer to support Georgia Alabama Sports Live and what they do for young athletes in our area.
And without business like yourself, Gordy Eye Care, none of our coverage would be possible to be able to cover the 16 different high schools, the local colleges, and professional teams. So we'd like to say thank you to you, Dr. Griff Gordy, and Gordy Eye Care for your support of Georgia Alabama Sports Live. And then you can make an appointment today at Gordy Eye Care with the number 334-291-5125. Keep supporting Gordy Eye Care and keep watching Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
I'm always on the go. But with the Kinetic Credit Union app, Kinetic is always with me. The Kinetic mobile app, I can easily send and receive money, make a deposit, a new account, all from my phone. And I can monitor all my accounts in one place, all on the go. The Kinetic mobile app, energized banking at its best.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
In 2025, we're hammering down high prices at Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika. New GMC Sierra 4x4 crew cabs, discounted up to $12,000 off. GMC Terrain with a roomy cabin and pro safety, discounted up to $7,000 off. Enjoy the new year with no payments for 120 days. Choose from over 500 new and used vehicles on the lot or on the way. GlennSmith.com. Get ready to smile.
Partner with one of our presenting sponsors, Buffalo Rock. And without this partnership, it would be hard to be able to live stream all the different sporting events at high schools, colleges, and local professional teams every single week like we do. So we thank Buffalo Rock for their support of Georgia Alabama Sports Live. And next time you're watching a Georgia Alabama Sports Live broadcast, make sure you're drinking a nice, refreshing Pepsi.
And welcome back for the second half of action, ladies and gentlemen. Got about 25 seconds before we begin the second half of action. Your leading scorers from the first half. Bobby Taylor Brazil, unsurprisingly, the leading scorer for the Lady Gators. She's got 12. Mimi Johnson has 2. Emerson White with 6. Claire Crisco with 4. Kaden Henderson hit a big 3. Didn't convert the 4-point play, but a big 3 nonetheless. And 2 from Claire Graham. For the Lee Scout Lady Warriors, a little bit of a different stat line there. Clark Ivan, only 2 points the lead scorer for the Lady Warriors had in the first half. Haynes Kesey led the way, the sophomore with 12. Sydney Dunlap had 7. Lucy Zellner, Camden Cleveland, and Raleigh Fields all had 2. And that's how we stand with a 29-27 lead for the Lady Gators. Here in the rubber match, game 3 between these two this season. Both home teams winning the first 2 matchups. It'll be Lee Scott basketball to begin the second half.
If I'm not mistaken, I think that was the first time Lee Scott had beat Glenwood, and it had to have been several years, man.
5 years.
5 years. No wonder.
It was the first time since January 23rd, 2020.
Holy smokes. And that's like 15 games.
Absolutely.
You know the Coach Harrison. You saw that picture on Facebook.
And Mimi Johnson with a big steal early on to the left block. Up for 2. No, foul is called. There it is.
Oh, wow. They called that a charge.
They called it a charge. Charge against Mimi Johnson there on the drive. And the ball back to the Lady Warriors. Ivitt across the timeline trying to get a screen from Riley Fields. Ivitt going far side. Pass back to Riley Fields at the free throw line. Back outside near side. Sydney Dunlap, long 2, is off to the right, no good. Rebounded by Brazil. Mimi Johnson taking her time, going far side. Now gets across the timeline, and it's going to be a foul against Crisco. Illegal screen against Crisco. And the ball back to Lee Scott. Ivan again, same play, trying to get a screen from Fields. Gives it far side to Cindy Dunlap. Dunlap goes around the horn, goes far side to the right block. Trying to bounce it back outside, gets it to Camden Cleveland. Cleveland drives into the left hand. Ball poked out from behind, and it goes out of bounds. Going to be off of the Lady Gators. Good defense there by Lily Moody. Moody. Now on the defense, Emerson White against Ivitt. Ivitt, far side to BT Brazil. Floater up and good, and we're notched at 29. First points of the second half go to Lady Warriors. Crisco near side. Back to Emerson White. White got to hurry to get across that timeline. Gets it to Crisco, and they're good. Crisco to Lily Moody, the left block. And she traveled before she passed it to Mimi Johnson. Ivitt gives it over to Dunlap, back to Ivitt, back near side to Kesey. Cleveland, back to Dunlap, back to Riley Fields at the left elbow. Back to Ivitt, trying to drive into left side, up for 2, rattles out. Good rebound by Brazil. Crisco coming near side. Now drives far side. Almost lost the handle, and she did, and she traveled.
Self-inflicting wounds has hurt the Gators to start this second half.
Absolutely. Back-to-back turnovers. And the ball back to Lee Scott, and a chance for them to take the lead. Kesey at the key. Near side to Ivitt. Ivitt thought about taking the 3, and there's going to be a foul. Going to go against Emerson White. So Camden Cleveland will inbound. Ivitt at the key, trying to drive in. Floater for 2, up and good. Beautiful touch on that shot by Clark Ivitt. And the Lady Warriors have regained the lead. Inbounds pass knocked out of bounds. by Kesey. White trying to get into BT Brazil. Ball batted around, taken by Mimi Johnson on the far side. Johnson gets fouled in front of her own bench. Foul goes against Haynes Kesey. Crisco gets it into Brazil. Brazil at the left block, back outside to Johnson. Johnson at the key, gets fouled.
I would like to see them get the ball inside of Brazil here.
Yep. Never a bad idea to do that, is it, Thrift?
No, especially when she's had a mismatch, I feel like all game.
Yep. Inbounds pass to Crisco. Crisco driving in. Pass deflected out of bounds, trying to get it to Moody. Camden Cleveland knocked it out of bounds.
But I feel like a lot of these players like Crisco and Johnson, they're having to play a position they're not used to because of Palmore's injury, and I've been so impressed with how they play all season long.
White up for two. No good. Gets her own rebound. Trying to drive it on Ivan and passes it to the Glenwood bench and Coach Purdue. Second chance opportunity wasted there by the Gators. Still yet to score in our second half. Leafs got on a 4-0 run to begin the third quarter. Two-pointer from the free throw line by Ivan is good. And just like the first half, a hot start for the Lee Scott Lady Warriors. And a 5-second violation. Couldn't get the inbounds pass in time. Lee Scott with the ball. Ivan near side.
Good block.
Blocked by Mimi Johnson. Good defense by Mimi. Going far side. Crisco trying to drive in behind the back dribble. Back to Mimi on the swing. Mimi inside.
Oh, what
good
a
pass to
pass.
BT Brazil. Up and in for two.
Get the ball in the paint and then dump it down to Bobby Taylor, Brazil. Mimi and Claire Crisco, they can get around any one of the defenders. You got to keep doing that all game long.
Yep. First points of the second half there for the Gators. Herndon gets it far side to Ivan. Ivan gets a Brown White back to Fields.
Wow.
Off the glass for two and in. There's the Clark Ivan we've seen all year, and a tie up underneath the basket. Possession remains with the Gators. White into Claire Graham. Try to get it back to White, deflected out of bounds. Crisco got the pass deflected and a foul's called. I was away from the ball.
That's a bailout foul there, Noah, because that was going to be another turnover.
Yep. Foul goes against 21 Camden Cleveland. White trying to get it Mimi. Long pass, kept in bounds by Johnson. She throws it out of bounds off of the Lee Scott Academy Warriors. There you go, good play there by Mimi. Crisco dribbling far side, changes direction at the key, trying to get into BT Brazil, off the glass for two, just missed it, and rebounded by Cleveland for the Warriors.
That's the shot you want, though, Noah. That's a good shot. She's right there at the rim. She normally makes those.
Good pass by Herndon into Fields. It's blocked out of bounds by Mimi Johnson.
Good effort and hustle back from Mimi, because that was an excellent lead pass and was going to be another layup for Lee Scott.
Whistle blows. It's going to be a foul against Lee Scott. It's going to be Glenwood basketball. White into Crisco. Crisco across the timeline. Floater for two is good.
Good basketball there from Crisco, not forcing it in and taking the chance of not getting a foul call.
Ball was loose initially. White almost stole it from Ivitt. And now a double dribble against Clark Ivitt. So turnover by Lee Scott. Gage with the basketball back with a chance to tie or take the lead. Pass goes to Crisco. Pass inside to Graham. Graham up for two from left block, just a little too strong. Fighting for and rebound. Jump ball is going to be called, and he gives the ball back to Lee Scott. Two-point lead for the Lady Warriors. 2:45 to play in our third quarter in the 3A area championship game. Ivan near side. Kind of drive in.
Oh, wow.
Through the lane. What a move. And just missed the shot. Gets on rebound. Up again for two and in. Clark Ivan back to her old self here so far the second half. Mimi Johnson called in a tie-up, and a foul is going to be called.
I think it's bonus time now.
Fifth foul should be free throws now. First free throw by Johnson is good. Mimi with the highest free throw percentage on the team at 73.
Mimi Johnson has impressed me this entire year. She has taken on the bulk of the scoring load for the guards with Palmore being out, and I love how she has played, taking on that leadership role, and now she needs to come up big to get her Gators back with the lead and winning this area championship.
Caden Henderson now checks in for Mimi. Ivitt passes it down to Herndon. Herndon going to drive in on BT Brazil. Pass back to Fields, deflected out of bounds. Good defense by Brazil.
Bobby T said, you could have stole it up in front of my face like that? I'll block that with ease.
Been a block party all year. Herndon to Dunlap for three from the near side. Off the far side of the rim, no good. And rebounded again by Brazil. Crisco driving in, right block, no foul call. Shot up for two is short. Ball loose on the floor, taken by Fields for the Warriors. Herndon driving in on Crisco on the left side, back outside to Cleveland. Cleveland drives in, takes her two-point shot. No good, rebound fought for, and taken by Fields, back outside to Dunlap. Clark Ivitt thought about taking a three, but she traveled before she stepped in and made the floater. Basket doesn't count. And it'll be Gator basketball. Lob into Bobby Taylor's taken by Riley Fields. Fields into Herndon. Herndon left block up for two. No good. Rebounded by Henderson. Crisco near side. Double team coming after her. Knocked out of bounds by the Warriors. White trying to get into Crisco. Ball deflected by Dunlap and out of bounds. Now Claire Graham looking to get it back into play for the Gators. High lob into BT Brazil, lost the handle, and it's taken by the Lady Warriors. Clark Ivet with it. Floater for two. No good, too short. And should be an over the back call. Either way, it goes against the Gators. Possession back to Glenwood. Quick pass into Crisco. Back to White. White back to Crisco. Down to BT Brazil. Now Crisco with it, running left block, up for two, and good. Good speed underneath the basket there in the lane. And we're notched at 37. Dunlap against Graham, back outside to Ivet. Ivet drives in, near side, Herndon. Herndon for three from the near corner, no good. Rebounded by Dunlap for the Warriors. Herndon, back to Dunlap. Dunlap drives in, 2-point floater for the lead, no good. Rebounded by Henderson. Under a minute to play in our third quarter. We're all tied up at 37 in the 3A area championship game. As the pass into White, there's a foul called underneath the basket.
I know they got the foul call, but that's a tough one-handed pass there to expect White to make that play, which she did. But that's where if you're Claire Crisco, you don't make that pass. You dribble up and then try to get it a little bit closer.
White at the free throw line. First free throw was up and no good. Emerson White shooting at a 40% clip from the charity stripe this season, coming into tonight. Second free throw attempt by Emerson White. No good as Crisco hits the floor, and so does Cleveland. And I believe a foul is going to be called against Crisco. Yes, it will. Five fouls for the Warriors, 4 now for the Gators. Cleveland. Pass deflected up in the air by Henderson. It's taken by Ivet. Ivet going to drive in. Good pass between the legs of Brazil. Up for two. No good. Couldn't convert.
Oh, wow. What a
Claire
job.
Graham, what a rebound.
Coming out of nowhere there, Noah.
Crisco driving in. Left block up for two. Good. And the foul.
Claire Graham literally came out of nowhere, flying in there and getting that rebound. That was huge. It led to an easy transition bucket and one for Crisco.
Crisco at the line for a chance for a three-point play. Off to the right, no good, but rebounded by Henderson. Hargrove back to Crisco. Crisco with 30 seconds left. Drives in, up for two, gets blocked, and it's taken by Ivet. 2-on-2, Ivet drives in, right block up for two, rolls in. Notched again, this time at 39. White, back to Crisco. Crisco lost the handle, gets it back. 11 seconds to play in the third quarter. Crisco still not across the timeline with 9.
Got to get a shot off.
Crisco with 7, 6, near side. Hargrove inside, pass deflected. Taken by Emerson White, is out of bounds. Deflected off of the Warriors, and the Lady Gators going to have one more chance to take the lead. Camden Cleveland deflected it out of bounds. 1.9 seconds remaining. Crisco, pass deflected and taken by Dunlap, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. The 3A area championship game comes down to this. We're notched at 39 with 8 minutes to play here from Sanford Gymnasium in Auburn, Alabama, Lee Scott Academy. We'll be back in just a moment for the final quarter of action between the Lady Gators and the Lady Warriors. Part 3 on Georgia, Alabama Sports Live.
In 2025, we're hammering down high prices at Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika. New GMC Sierra 4x4 crew cabs, discounted up to $12,000 off. GMC Terrain with a roomy cabin and pro safety, discounted up to $7,000 off. Enjoy the new year with no payments for 120 days. Choose from over 500 new and used vehicles on the lot or on the way. GlennSmith.com. Get ready to smile.
Welcome back to the fourth quarter of action in the 3A area 3A area championship game for the girls between the Lady Gators and Lady Warriors for the third time this year. Crisco into BT Brazil. Left block up for 2, and the Gators regain the lead, just like that.
How about the patience from Bobby Taylor Brazil? That's every time she gets the ball on the block.
Ivet back to Fields, up for 2 and good, but a whistle. Shot doesn't count. It's going to be a foul. Going to go against Claire Graham. These teams have played twice this year. Came down to the wire both of those times, and I see this one going no different. Dunlap over to Ivet. Ivet for 3 from the far wing. 2 short off to the right as well. Rebounded by Cleveland. Cleveland back to the block, no good. Rebound deflected by Graham and taken by Mimi Johnson. And a whistle as the referee's pointing to the bench. Going to be a T against Lee Scott.
And they got someone from the bench. No, I think that's an assistant coach. They'll tolerate head coaches, but once an assistant coach goes over the line, no.
So possession to Glenwood. Emerson White back to Mimi Johnson. Johnson near side. Drives in. Up to the right block. What a move. Just missed the shot. Claire Graham with a hard-fought rebound. And a jump ball is called.
They called that a jump ball. That's over the back. No, I'm not going to call out referees, but that was a horrible call. That was over the back if I've ever seen it.
Possession back to Lee Scott. Ivet going to take a 3 from the far wing. Up and good, and Lee Scott regains the lead. The Warriors take advantage of the advantageous call and regain a 1-point lead. White to the right block, up for 2 and no good. Rebounded by Brazil, goes back up, gets fouled. And now the ever crucial fourth quarter free throw shooting coming into play now for the Gators. Brazil will shoot 2. First free throw from Brazil, up, off to the right, no good. Brazil, second free throw attempt. No good again, 0 for 2 on that trip. Lady Warriors still have the lead. Dunlap across the timeline. Back to Ivet. Ivet near side to Cleveland, near side to Kesey for 3 from the near corner. No good, rattles in and out, and rebounded by Claire Graham. Crisco down to BT Brazil, off her left hand and out of bounds.
I mean,
missed opportunity there.
It was a good look, Noah. I don't think BT was ready for it because the defender was not even looking in the direction of Bobby Taylor. If she had caught that, it would have been an easy lay.
Ivet over to Dunlap, back to Kesey. Kesey pass into Cleveland, back to Ivet, around the horn, far side, right block, no good, and out of bounds off of the Warriors. Mimi Johnson. Long inbounds pass to Emerson White. Driving in the right block, up for 2, high off the glass, no good. Good rebound, shot up again, off the mark. Rebounded by BT Brazil, up for 2 again, no good. Rebound fought for again and finally taken by the Warriors and Sydney Dunlap. No foul call, no travel call there on the pass. It was deflected. That's deflected by Crisco, or out of Crisco's hands rather. Kesey on the good defense, and it'll be Gators basketball. So now Claire Graham to inbound. Gets it into Crisco. Crisco. Tight defense by Dunlap. Inside to BT Brazil. Spins around. Goes up for 2. She went up and down. Foul's called. Shot doesn't count, but she'll head to the free throw line.
So if it's a shooting foul, how is it not an and one then?
Your guess is as good as mine.
Because if it was on the floor, then they should be shooting.
First free throw, no good.
I tell you, I normally don't like mentioning referees. I'm only going to mention it now because in a game like this, where it's a lot of physicality, it's a one-point game, a missed call could dictate who wins and loses, Noah.
Brazil makes the second, and we're notched at 42. Ivan with the basketball, going to take a three from the far wing. Up, no good, rebounded by Brazil. Crisco, far side to Mimi. Johnson going into the paint, up for two, she's fouled.
That was smart from Mimi. She looked like she was going to shoot that three, but she said, you know what, I see an open lane, and did a great job.
Yep. And she's done that a few times tonight. Had a look for a three, will look like initially. She pulled it down, got into the lane, has gotten to the free throw line, and the first one's good for the lead.
And she's knocking her free throws down, Noah.
Mm-hmm. Second free throw for Johnson. Nope, that one's good as well. Again, Mimi Johnson leading the team in free throw percentage so far, 73% coming into tonight. Dunlap coming near side. Pass deflected, taken by Crisco. Crisco traveled before she passed it over to Mimi.
She got caught up there. She probably should have just, once she caught it, let the defenders go by. She tried to go with them, and it forced her in a bad spot.
So Kesey will check back in for Herndon for the Warriors. Ivet goes far side. Thought about taking a three. Now she steps back, passes it over near side. And it's going to be a timeout called by Coach Harrison and the Warriors. Lady Gators 44, Lady Warriors 42 here in the 3A Area Championship game on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. We'll be back in just a moment.
Hi, my name is Griff Gordy, and here at Gordy Eye Care, we have been serving the Bi-City community for 17 years. As a former state championship quarterback, I love the fact that I can watch local high school athletics from the comfort of my own home. So it was a no-brainer to support Georgia Alabama Sports Live and what they do for young athletes in our area.
And without business like yourself, Gordy Eye Care, none of our coverage would be possible. To be able to cover these 16 different high schools, the local colleges, and professional teams. So we'd like to say thank you to you, Dr. Griff Gordy, and Gordy Eye Care for your support of Georgia Alabama Sports Live. And you can make an appointment today at Gordy Eye Care with the number 334-291-5125. Keep supporting Gordy Eye Care and keep watching Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Welcome back to the basketball game, 44-42. Lady Gators lead Lady Warriors here in the 3A Area Championship game from Sanford Gymnasium in Auburn, Alabama. Three-pointer blocked by Mimi. It's got to be a travel. What's the call? They called it a jump ball. It's fluent ball anyway, but you lost the arrow on that call. Claire Graham trying to get into Crisco. Now she does. Under 5 minutes to play. Crisco goes far side. To Mimi Johnson on the far side. Knocked out of bounds by Kesey for the Warriors. Possession remains with the Gators. Mimi gets it into Crisco. Coming near side, pass inside to BT Brazil. Underneath the basket, spins
what a
up
move.
for two, just missed it. Rebound fought for, and we got players on the floor and a jump ball, a tie-up between Claire Graham and Camden Cleveland.
I mean, when all else fails, these referees are going to go to jump ball every time, man.
And the possession arrow favors the Warriors. Ivitt into Fields at the right elbow. Fields back out to Ivitt. Ivitt trying to find somewhere to go with the basketball. Emerson White on the defense and a foul away from the ball. Foul's going to go against the Warriors. So possession back to the Gators. 4:16 to play in our fourth quarter. 44-42, Lady Gators lead. Pass into Graham. Back to White, back to Crisco, back to Emerson White. White, so we got to get across the timeline. Crisco goes far side and gets across it. Crisco into Brazil, left block against Fields, up for two, no good. Rebound knocked around and taken by Riley Fields of the Warriors. Ivitt far side. Steps back behind the three-point line. Back to Herndon, near side. Dunlap for three from the near corner, up and good, and Lee Scott's got the lead. Timeout, Corey Harrison. Sydney Dunlap with a huge three-pointer, and Lee Scott's got a 1-point lead. 3:41 to play in a 3A area championship game. We'll be back in just a moment on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
In 2025, we're hammering down high prices at Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika. New GMC Sierra 4x4 crew cabs, discounted up to $12,000 off. GMC Terrain with a roomy cabin and pro safety, discounted up to $7,000 off. Enjoy the new year with no payments for 120 days. Choose from over 500 new and used vehicles on the lot or on the way. GlennSmith.com. Get ready to smile.
Welcome back to the ball game. 3:41 to play in the fourth quarter of the 3A area championship game. Lady Warriors with a 1-point lead. Emerson White trying to get it in, gets it into Crisco. Back to White. Gators got to go. Near side to Mimi. Mimi taking her time going far side. Gets across the timeline. Aggressive defense by Maggie Herndon. Mimi drives into the lane, up for two, high off the glass, no good. Rebound almost taken by Brazil. Back to Crisco, two-pointer from the free throw line up, rattles off to the right, and rebounded by Clark Ivitt. Ivitt, the free throw line, goes around Graham, gets blocked in the lane. Jump ball is called. Possession arrow favors the Gators. Crisco. Down to BT Brazil. Brazil into the paint. Back to Graham. Pass deflected out of bounds by Camden Cleveland.
Bobby Taylor was better off trying to score right there.
Crisco into Brazil. Foul's going to go against Fields. And that now means free throws for the Gators on any foul.
All right, so there's going to be a big size advantage now with Bobby Taylor Brazil. You got to feed her the rock, you would think here.
First free throw from Brazil. No good. Brazil's second free throw. Up and good, and we're tied at 45. Less than 3 minutes to play, notched up at 45 in the 3A area championship game. Ivan near side. Herndon to the right elbow, back outside to Dunlap. Dunlap back outside to Cleveland. Cleveland back to Herndon. Crisco running with her, gets a screen. Back to Ivan. Ivan near side, gonna take a three from out there, and she drained it. Another huge free, this one by Clark Ivan, and the Lady Warriors back in front by 3.
Cannot leave her open, Noah. She can knock it down from anywhere.
Crisco across the timeline. Low pass into White. Ball's loose on the floor. Let me guess a jump ball. There it is. Possession arrow favors the Gators. Although, if I recall, it should favor the Warriors, and now they correct it. That possession arrow switch over there's got to be getting pretty tired, doesn't it, Thrift?
He's got more work in than anybody else.
Yep.
In this game, for sure.
Ivan across the timeline. Lady Warriors with a 3-point lead with 2 minutes to play.
Who's going to make that play here down the stretch for the Gators?
Back to Dunlap. Dunlap trying to get it inside. And it's going to be a foul on the floor. See who this one's against. Claire Crisco, the guilty Gator. Lucy Zellner to the free throw line. See who's on the floor. I believe they called the foul on the floor. Gators with only 2 fouls, so yes, it will be a common foul. No free throws yet. No bonus yet for Lee Scott. Herndon in the Dunlap, back to Ivan. 1:45 to play. Ivan taking her time. At some point, you got to pressure her. Pass far side to Herndon. Herndon by the 3-point line.
They just want to get the ball out of Evite's hands.
Ivan to the right elbow. Far side, Herndon. Herndon around the horn. Lee Scott is trying to play time possession game. Ivan. Back to Herndon, nearly taken by Graham, and a foul is called. And Claire Graham has fouled out of the ball game. So that'll bring back in Caden Henderson for the Gators. And timeout on the floor. 1:13 to play. Lady Warriors lead by 3 in the 3A area championship game here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. We'll be right back.
Georgia Alabama Sports Live is proud to partner with one of our presenting sponsors, Buffalo Rock. And without this partnership, it would be hard to be able to live stream all the different sporting events at high schools, colleges, and local professional teams every single week like we do. So we thank Buffalo Rock for their support of Georgia Alabama Sports Live. And next time you're watching a Georgia Alabama Sports Live broadcast, make sure you're drinking a nice, refreshing Pepsi. Delicious. Thank you to Buffalo Rock and Pepsi.
I'm always on the go. But with the Kinetic Credit Union app, Kinetic is always with me. The Kinetic mobile app is virtual banking at its best. With the Kinetic mobile app, I can easily send and receive money, make a deposit, pay some bills, and I can even open up a new account, all from my phone. And I can monitor all my accounts in one place, all on the go. The Kinetic mobile app, energized banking at its best.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
13 to play in our 3A area championship game. Lee Scott with a 3-point lead.
And we still got the boys game to do next, man.
That's right. Every game between these two this year has been like this. It's going to be 5 for 5 with thrillers. Ivet gets the inbounds pass. Going to take her time. Wide on the defense, trying to press. Far side to Herndon.
They're going to have to foul. There's no shot clock here in Alabama.
Yep. And you got a foul to give. Whistle away from the ball. Foul goes against Emerson White.
But I think out of all people, you don't want to foul Ivet. One of the best free throw shooters they have on their team.
Cleveland gets the inbounds pass. 55 seconds to play. And Crisco fouls Camden Cleveland. And that means free throws now for the Warriors. First free throw from Cleveland rattles out. Second free throw from Cleveland. Too short, rebounded by Henderson. Henderson up to Mimi Johnson, Gators with a chance. Johnson driving into the lane, up for two. Shot is made, but they're gonna see what the call is. I believe they waved the basket off. What's the call? Referees are gonna confer. I thought it was an and one, but the referee by the midcourt logo waved the basket off initially and then called for the conference. And a huge call it is. Basket's gonna count as an and one.
That's the right call, Noah. That is the right call. She got fouled in the act of shooting. That's an and one.
And Mimi Johnson with a chance to tie the ball game up at 48.
What a play from the senior.
Mimi shot for the tie is good, but lane violation, and it doesn't count. And the Lady Warriors still have a 1-point lead. Inbounds pass to Ivet. Ivet going far side. Pass deflected. Oh, it's taken still by the Warriors. Ivet.
You got a foul.
1-point game. Still going around her. She's double teamed by Anderson and White. Now triple teamed by Crisco as well. Herndon. Got to foul Herndon, don't you? Gives it back to Ivet. Ivet with 24 seconds. Triple teamed again, and finally the foul called against Henderson.
And Coach Purdue was saying to foul Hendon. But you just got to have situational awareness right there.
So Ivet at the free throw line to shoot two. First one is up and good. 2-point lead for the Warriors.
Yeah, that's the last person I would have wanted to put on the line is number 1 in White.
Second free throw up, second free throw good. Lady Warriors lead by 3, 23 seconds to play.
I feel like you got
pass into Brazil. Back to Crisco with 20. Crisco with 18, going far side with 17. Lost the handle for a moment. Ball's tipped around, taken by the Warriors. And a jump ball is called. A jump ball gets the ball back to the Gators.
If you're a Glenwood fan, you say, let's check it in right now. Check the ball in right now.
And timeout called by Coach Purdue. 13 seconds to play. The Gators get the ball back and will have a chance to tie in just a moment. We're going to stick it right here as the Gators cheerleaders, the Warriors cheerleaders have really had a battle all night, haven't they, Thrift? This gym has been on fire for the girls' game so far.
Unbelievable,
in
man.
The third game in a row that's come down to the wire. So, Thrift, what's your call here?
I'm
What's your
glad
play?
you asked me. They got to get a 3. There's not enough time to get a 2 and foul again. You're going to have to get the best shot possible, and obviously it's got to be Mimi Johnson, right?
Yeah.
That's your three-point specialist, and I think Lee Scott knows that. So who would be that other person that maybe Lee Scott's not focusing on? All right, is it Emerson White?
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Yep.
I really would want to go Mimi, but what about you?
Mimi Johnson's the right answer. 33% three-point percentage, highest on the team. Emerson White at 21%, Crisco at 20. BT Brazil's 1 for 4 this year, so she's at 25. So, but for the area championship game, you got to lay it out on the line here. Again, the winner will host a playoff game Friday. The loser will go on the road. The winner of this one plays the loser of the 5A area championship game. The loser of this game plays the winner of the area 5A championship game. 5 on the floor for the Gators. Emerson White, Kaden Henderson, BT Brazil, Mimi Johnson, and Claire Crisco. Henderson as well hit a three-pointer back in the first half. With 13 seconds to play, down by 3. Timeout called again by Coach Purdue.
Coach wanted to see what kind of defense they were running there. You got plenty of timeouts. Might as well use them all.
Yeah. We'd like to remind you, after this one finishes up, we still got the boys' game left to go.
Yeah, no, this is, remember the midnight hoops that me and you were able to do during the border wars?
Don't
it
remind
seems
me.
like that's what's about to happen again, man.
So,
at least with that one, it was during the weekend. We got to get up and go to work tomorrow, man.
well, I do. Oh, yeah, you got a radio show, don't you?
Yeah.
That's right.
I got to be up at 4:30 in the morning.
Tune in to Thrift and DJ.
Not just an area championship, Noah, but being able to host a home game in the sub-regionals. That's huge because who the loser's going to have to play is one of the one of the top teams in the state.
Yep.
Here we go.
Crisco. Deep pass to Johnson. Johnson lost the handle with 9. Johnson with 8. Going to go into the paint. Takes a 2-point shot. Back to Brazil. No good. Why are we taking 2s? Foul on the shot, but only 3.5 seconds remain.
Yeah, if you're Johnson there, I'm trying to get a 3 off. So now Henderson's got to make the first.
And you might think about missing the second on purpose.
You have to miss the second.
Yeah. Henderson's very important first free throw. No good.
So now you got to miss the second. You need to get shooters out on around the arc.
Second free throw from Henderson. That one off the back iron. Rebounded by Brazil. Got to kick it out. Kick it out. Three-pointer from Johnson. The buzzer. Was it good? Was it for 3? Was it for 3? I believe it was a 2. It was a 2.
And it
was a 2. And Lee Scott wins the 3A area championship game by less than an inch. Foot right on the line.
And she should have. I wish she would have saw her feet. She was just trying to get it off, but her feet were in front of it, Noah, and that was a 2.
Lady Warriors 50, Lady Gators 49. As the split series now goes to the Lady Warriors 2-1. And the Gators will go on the road Friday, first round of the playoffs. Lady Warriors 50, Lady Gators 49, and that's your final from the 3A area championship game, and another thriller between these two rivals. So, we're only halfway done, Thrift. We got the boys coming up in just about 10 minutes. Stick around here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Me and Thrift, along with the producer Chris, going to do the boys game in just about 14 minutes. Stick around on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. We'll be back in just a little bit.
All right, we are here. It's Thrift, it's Noah, it's Glenwood, it's Lee Scott, part 3, this time for an area championship. Noah just did a fantastic job on the call for that girls game that went down to the wire. Let's make it 6 for 6, Noah.
Yeah, we're 5 for 5, might as well.
Mason McCrane. And we have Levi Pender. We also got Swag, Jadarian Holloway, Tyler Sykes, and then Trey Clarity is going to be starting now because of the injured Braylon Alexander. And I'll give you the starting lineups. Well, I'll let Noah do the starting lineups for Lee Scott.
Yep. Hayden Harper, number 2. Parker Wright, number 3. As a steal taken by Hayden Harper up for 2, and Lee Scott's got an early lead. Parks Myers, number 11. Barrett Cook, number 23. And Parker Wright there on the steal, number 3.
Hayden Harper is unbelievable. He puts up over 20 points a game. He has put on a show the last 2 times they faced off. We're going to have to see a lot of McCrane, a lot of Holloway, a lot of Pender, and Sykes for Glenwood to stay in this one. And ahead of the pack, going to the rack, no. Sykes there to contest. Another put, and that is a score. And they're going to get a Park Myers on the layup. They're also going to get a loose ball warning, trying to hit the ball as it came out of the rim. Last time they faced off, Lee Scott got to a pretty substantial lead. Glenwood came all the way back thanks to the play of Swag, and they end up losing it by 2 or 3 points. And then they won by 2 at Glenwood. That's the Braylon Alexander ripping Hayden Harper at what is what now called the play, as Pender fires and is short. Here comes Harper. Harper.
Beautiful body movement.
And they're letting him play, as you saw the contact from Sykes. And now Holloway's in trouble. And Coach Purdue wants to take a 30-second timeout. We'll take one, too. Time to regroup. Glenwood down 6-0 already here against the Warriors on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
In 2025, we're hammering down high prices at Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika. New GMC Sierra 4x4 crew
Swag's
cab,
gotta take
discounted
over,
up to
or-
$12,000 off. GMC Terrain with a roomy cabin and pro safety, discounted up to $7,000 off. Enjoy the new year with no payments for 120 days. Choose from over 500 new and used vehicles on the lot or on the way. GlennSmith.com. Get ready to smile.
Welcome back, everyone, here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Noah Shelton, Thrift Behringer, Glenwood Lee Scott for an area championship. The Lee Scott Lady Warrior, won. Oh, what a pass. And nice job avoiding the defender.
Yeah.
Unorthodox layup attempt, and Pender gets the Gators on the board. And there's a tough take by Parker Wright. He was a fantastic player last year for the Warriors. There's a steal. Here comes Harper. And they better be careful. That could be close to an intentional if you're not going for the ball.
Eerily similar to the beginning of the game for the Lady Gators. They went down 10-2 early. Found a way to come back. They had the lead after the first 8 minutes, but the boys in a similar position.
The disdain that people in this rivalry have for each other is bar none, I think, the top, because Brooks and Pacelli hate each other. I put them in there with Glenwood Lee Scott, but there's just something about this rivalry, and if you've never experienced it, it is a packed house, standing room only, and right now Lee Scott just taking Glenwood to the woodshed. They're up 10-2 here early in this one. Clarity pump fakes. It's out to Sykes. He's going to fire it short. McCrane with the rebound. He goes up strong and lays it in. If you're going to find an advantage, if you're Glenwood, it's got to be inside, Noah. I don't see much post presence from Lee Scott. And that's your advantage. You got to take and try to score on that. Look at Wright. Good pass. Blocked by McCrane. 23-4. Lee Scott comes in this one. 5-1 in region play. Again, their only loss was at Glenwood. Glenwood's only loss was at Lee Scott. Nice pass to Clarity. Wasn't ready for it. Out to Holloway. Holloway crossing. Holloway back to Clarity. And they can reset. Sykes. And Hardaway also won earlier today. The Lady Hawks, they won a region championship. And that layup is blocked. Obviously, you want to win an area championship, Noah. But I think the biggest thing is you want to host a first-round playoff game.
Absolutely.
And from what I was told, the Lady Gators got to play a team called St. James, who is pretty elite in 3A, and they're going to have to make a long drive to do that.
Yeah.
Coach Purdue's going to be busy. He's going to have that, and then he's going to have the next day boys on Saturday. Holloway makes the first free throw attempt. Knocks down the second. Wide open for three. Chapman Harris airmails it, and here comes Pender. Pender to Holloway. Holloway's got to be aggressive here without Alexander, who hurt himself last time. Noah, you told me that he hurt himself in football, re-injured it again against Lee Scott last week, and he's probably out for the season.
Yeah, collarbone.
Clarity. And Clarity drives, misses. If you're Clarity, got to be aggressive. That's why he has you in the game.
Pretty thin bench tonight for the Gators. Only 8 players dressed out.
And
Tyler Clarity also unavailable due to injury.
No River Baker.
Illness.
So Glenwood, thin bench, playing without Alexander, without Baker. Coach Purdue's going to have to rely on the 5 out here very heavily, Noah. Coach William Johnson, we'll get to him in just a moment, one of the best coaches we have. And that three-pointer is no good from Harper. What a rebound there from Sykes. Here comes Pender. Pender, Euro step, and finishes. Big-time move from Pender. There may have been a travel there on Grayson Haley. Three-pointer from William Lyles, and that's missed. And here comes Holloway. He can tie it or take the lead. Holloway, tough move and finish. How about swag tying the game at 10? Harper Drives, Harper, off the glass, no. Sykes rebounds, has it stolen away, and Harper's gonna clean it up and take the lead at 12-10. Right there, Sykes left by himself. You gotta come help if you're Glenwood. Pender, nice pass down low to McCrane. McCrane gets it blocked. William Lyles with the block. Harper, layup, no good there from Grayson Haley. And good rebound from McCrane. Noah, what do you want to see in this from Glenwood with a thin bench and no Alexander?
Really just comes back down to fundamentals. Don't exert all your energy early. Really play, not conservative, but play smart. Get the ball in the paint, as we mentioned on the top of the broadcast, to McCrane, who's really been a dominant player on the boards this year. And just play your game and play what you've been good at so far this year, and that's getting the ball into Mason McCrane.
Coach William Johnson of Lee Scott's got 2 state championship with the Warriors. He's also got a couple with Tuscaloosa Academy. That's where he was before taking over from Coach Pruitt. Drive, layup, good from Brooks Zachary. And what a drive from him going coast to coast. Clarity's got it. He's in trouble. He's being hacked. And Wyatt Watley came and smacked Trey Clarity and then looked at the referee and said, "What'd I do?"
McCrane heads to the bench. Aaron Carter now in for the Gators.
Carter, who we have not seen a lot of, knowing you've called a majority of the Glenwood games.
Yep.
They're going to rely heavily on guys that have not got a lot of minutes this year.
Yep.
Sykes, catch and shoot, no. Aaron Carter's there, goes up, misses. Rebound Pender, he goes up and he misses, but will go to the line to shoot a pair. And if you're Pender, you really wanted to finish that one.
Yeah, and going back to Aaron Carter, he's only played in 16 games this season, so you're right, Thrift. Haven't really seen much of him. We've seen him more as the season's gone on, but if Glenwood wants to win the area and host their sub-regional playoff game, they've really got to rely on all 8 of their players that they have dressed out tonight to be successful and be consistent.
Coach Purdue winning 20 games again. That, it seems like it's a given for Glenwood. That's, from my calculation, at least 3 straight years. I'm going to try to see if it's been more than that, as knocking both free throws down is Pender. So they went 17-7 in 2021-2022. So 3 straight years of winning 20 games for Coach Dusty Purdue. And he's been the Glenwood Gators coach since 2005. Three-pointer from Lyles was no good. Lyles has it again. Drive, dump down, and score. And that was an easy bucket there from Cord Zellner. Force under 40 seconds. Pender, tough lay. Reverse that. I can't believe he even got the spin up to even make it. As a close attempt, as now McCrane's gonna come back in. If you're Carter, you just come in, get valuable minutes, get rebounds, try to do the best you can. As McCrane bullies his way and misses.
Beautiful play there, just couldn't finish.
And Wyatt Watley is fouled by Clarity. But you got to like the intensity from Clarity. Lyles being guarded by Pender. A drive by Chapman Harris out to Watley, who dribbles off a Glenwood Glader, and it goes out of bounds with 8.5 remaining. And Coach Purdue going into the bench.
Yeah, Gray Garner's going to come in.
That's Griff Garner's brother.
Yep, in place of Tyler Sykes. Going to try to give Sykes a rest for the last 9 seconds of the first quarter.
And you're going to have to do that as that three-pointer hit the top, but Coach Purdue's going to have to sub in and out and make sure his guys don't get dog-tired. I don't see Swag coming out, though. And there goes Swag, down 4. Swag, good pass. McCrane has it rejected. Wow. Chapman Harris with a rejection there at the end of the quarter. We still got a good one. Gators down 4. We'll be back right after this. Georgia Alabama Sports Live is proud to partner with one of our presenting sponsors, Buffalo Rock. And without this partnership, it would be hard to be able to live stream all the different sporting events at high schools, colleges, and local professional teams every single week like we do. So we thank Buffalo Rock for their support of Georgia Alabama Sports Live. And next time you're watching a Georgia Alabama Sports Live broadcast, make sure you're drinking a nice, refreshing Pepsi. Delicious. Thank you to Buffalo Rock and Pepsi.
I'm always on the go. But with the Kinetic Credit Union app, Kinetic is always with me. The Kinetic mobile app is virtual banking at its best. With the Kinetic mobile app, I can easily send and receive money, make a deposit, pay some bills, and I can even open up a new account, all from my phone. And I can monitor all my accounts in one place, all on the go. The Kinetic mobile app, energized banking at its best.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
Gators are down 16-12. Thin bench. You got Garner, you got Carter, who have already come off. But the 5 of Clarity, Sykes, Pender, McCrane, and Swag as Harper goes to the lane and finishes. He's just so tough and with contact and all. Haley. And it's full court man-to-man from Lee Scott. They're up 6. Good move from Swag. And little slither through layup there, Noah.
He is good. That's all I got to say. He's a good player, really shifty in the lane, really just finds a way to put the ball in the basket every time, seems like.
Sykes with a rebound. That was a missed 3 by Parks Myers. And we need to see more of that from Swag. You got an advantage, but I think, and you got man-to-man, I don't think Myers can stay in front of someone as quick as Swag.
Yep.
I also don't think Haley can hold Sykes on the block. Pender, corner 3, no. Rebound, Clarity. And Clarity gets hacked. Good rebound there from the senior, the sophomore Trey Clarity. And by the way, shout out his dad, Tommy Clarity. Chapman Harris is going to come in now and get Haley. Clarity calling for a screen. Gives it to Sykes. And this is where you got to clear the floor and let him go one-on-one. And a bad pass from Swag. That's going to lead to an easy layup from Harris. And that was not a good play there from Swag. Swag. Holloway drives, left-handed lay, no. Here comes Lee Scott. Harris, yes. And Coach Purdue needs a timeout. Lee Scott up 8 with 6 minutes to go here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. We're back here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Gators down 8. Here comes Holloway to the rack and is fouled. So Holloway comes in after a timeout, goes the full length of the court. As Holloway makes the first. Hits the second. Hayden Harper, by the way, Noah, he's only a junior. So, Gator fans, you got another year of Hayden Harper. But you can say the same thing. You got another year of Braylon Alexander and Swag if you're Glenwood. Three-pointer from Harper is no good. And knocked out of bounds, and it's going to go back to Glenwood. There's only one senior on this Lee Scott team, which is Parker Wright.
Yeah, Harper not scared to shoot the three.
Not at all.
127 three-point attempts this season.
Jeez, Noah.
And
He'll let it fly,
yeah,
won't he?
And he's shooting at a 44% clip. Pretty good shooter, I'd say.
Sykes. That's all day long, man. Like I said, there's a mismatch down low with Sykes and whoever's trying to guard him from as Parker Wright just goes right past the Glenwood defender with ease. I'd go right back to Sykes. And he's calling for it. And Clarity's open for three. No, but that's a good shot. Good pass out there from Clarity as Harper scores. Pender, 15-footer. Yes. Big shot there from Pender. Other way. No one stopping the ball. McCrane got a block, but then cleaning it up was right. No one's stopping the ball, Noah. It's creating havoc on the defensive end for the Gators. Back to 8-point lead for Lee Scott. Clarity. Stuck in no man's land. Swag. And that one's stolen. And he's going to pull up right in the face. Barrett Cook, the sophomore, and they're up 10 now. Danger zone time for the Gators with 3.5 to go in the half. Pender to Sykes. Sykes. McCrane. They're going to get an offensive foul. Chapman, Harris, Brooks, Zachary, and Lyles all come in the game now for Lee Scott. McCrane's going to come out, and Carter's going to give him a breather because he can't get in foul trouble if you're Glenwood. You don't have anyone else. Harper and one. Right now, they don't have an answer for Harper.
Nope,
Noah.
They do not.
And remember who was guarding Harper the game they did beat him?
Yeah,
Alexander. And he's not out there right now.
Yep.
I feel like Swag has the quickness to stay with him, but he don't have the size. Harper's a little bit bigger. And then if you're Pender, I just feel like Harper's too fast for you. So right now, if you're Glenwood, you're going to have to go zone. And then I don't think you want to go zone with the way Lee Scott shoots the basketball, specifically Harper. This is to give Lee Scott a 13-point lead. And Holloway dribbles off his leg. If you're Glenwood, you don't want this to get to 20. And it can in a hurry with this way Lee Scott's. Defensively, they're going to have to get after it. Harper crossing. Harper driving. Missed that one. And then you're going to get a foul on him. And that's a steal. And here comes Harper, wide open for three. And he just rims out. And a foul's going to be called on Parker Wright. Cameron Carter, wild shot, no good. Harper, again, no one stopping the ball. And then the second chance points, Brooks Zachary. You're just looking at a tired Glenwood team right now.
And not a good sign, seeing we're still in the first half.
Yeah. 15-point deficit. It's going to take a lot of energy. Sykes, not even close on that three-point attempt. Here comes Harper, dump down, layup. Zachary makes it 17. Holloway scoop layup. No, nothing falling for Glenwood right now. And look at that pass and everything going right for Lee Scott. Cord Zellner. And this is just an avalanche right now from Lee Scott.
Gators just going ice cold.
Where's the offense coming from? And they're trying to force it into Cameron Carter. So Carter will shoot a pair of free throws here at the half before the end of the half. Misses the first. Lyles. Hop step, good block from Sykes, and Carter throws it off the leg of Lee Scott Warrior. Good defensive possession there. Cord Zellner comes up a little bit gimpy there. As Parker Wright will check in.
Greg Garner also checks in for the Gators for clarity.
And that's a steal. Up top, layup, no. Sykes to Pender. Pender ahead of the pack to Swag, has it blocked. Carter there and fouled. So Carter's going to have to shoot free throws.
Carter misses that one. Grayson Haley's going to come in and get Zachary. Glenwood has not hit a shot since it was 26-20. 13-0 scoring run right now for Lee Scott. Haley, the right, goes right past Carter, goes up in Carter's face and lays it in. 21-point deficit. Pender, got to let it go right at the half. And Lee Scott goes on a 15-0 run in the first half. They lead by 21. We'll take a break. We'll come back. Second half action coming here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Noah, that wasn't a great first half there from the Gators. What were your thoughts, and what do you think Gators can do to get back in this with a thin bench and without Alexander?
Well, we were talking about it a little bit at the break. We played man the whole first half for the most part, got the players tired. You could really see it at the end of the first half. So maybe move to a little zone. And down 20, you have to have some things go your way. So you just got to hope that Lee Scott doesn't get hot like they were in the first half. And you can make a few of your shots, start making some free throws. You might find a way to be able to crawl back into this ball game. But it is a tough task on the road against such a talented and physical Lee Scott team.
Now, for those who are asking, if they both went 5-1 in the region, both teams won by less than 5 points, why is Lee Scott hosting? Well, glad you asked. That's because they decided with a coin flip, Noah. And not only did the Lee Scott boys win, the Lee Scott girls won at the coin flip because each girls and boys get a chance, whoever's leading it, to host the region tournament, and Lee Scott won both coin flips. So that is why Lee Scott is at home for this and Glenwood is not. Which, if Alexander doesn't get hurt that last game, it wouldn't have probably had to come up to a coin flip and we'd be at Glenwood right now. But we can't play the what-if game, and we're going to start the second half now with the Gators down 21. Starting 5 in, Sykes, McCrane, Pender, Clarity, and Holloway. Clarity, Holloway, Sykes, got to let it fly. Misses this one. McCrane, loose ball. Harper's got it. Harper to right. Right, reverse, and score. Right now, there's no one contesting those shots. And McCrane trying his best, but Wright shielding him. 23-point deficit now. McCrane, Clarity, back to McCrane. Good two-man game and an easy bucket. And for the first time since 5 minutes left in the first half, Glenwood gets a bucket. Harper, good contest by McCrane. Bad outlet pass. Drive, good hands from Clarity. Sykes with the rebound, and now Glenwood can reset again. Hayden Harper was sensational in that first half. Leading scorer, one of the top scorers in the entire state, only a junior. Pender trying to shake free. McCrane's got it, out to Clarity. Clarity's got to let it fly, even if he doesn't feel a lot of confidence. And good cut, Clarity and one. How about Mr. Clarity getting aggressive, Noah, and scoring. Nice job by Trey.
Yeah, great sequence there. Good defense on the other end to force the opportunity. I was with you. I thought he should have taken that three-point shot, but he knew what he was doing, driving the lane, got the basket to go, and he's got a chance for a three-point play the old-fashioned way. And he's got it.
If you're the Gators right now, play good defense, take it one step at a time. You're not going, there's not a 20-point play.
Yep.
So you're going to have to take it one possession at a time here. But it starts on the defensive end, as you may mention, Noah, and they've done good here to start the second half. Haley's got it. Sykes. They're giving Wright the Rondo treatment. They shouldn't give this guy the Rondo treatment, and that's an easy score from Harper. How about Pender deep? No. Glenwood is 9-3 this game. They haven't taken many either. Harper's going to let it go, and is short. Good rebound from McCrane. Swag was close to getting the backcourt there. He's going to drive, lay up, and will be fouled. Got some alumni in the building. I used to play for the Gators. Noah, you were a Glenwood alumni. I used to play on this court here. I was telling Noah that it gave me nightmares. Did not win but one time in my career on this floor. Did beat Lee Scott, but not on this floor. My brother, Trotter, had more success and even won a state championship over Lee Scott in 2013. But there's a guy down there for Lee Scott that's one of the best players that's ever come through this program, Marquin Mitchell. It's good to see alumni coming back to see this rivalry, and a block by McCrane. Here comes Clarity. I don't know if I agree with that, because the same thing just happened a few plays ago and wasn't called.
Felt like it may have been nudged by this home crowd.
Harper, bad pass. Out of bounds
And
on right.
Ball don't lie.
And Coach Johnson wants a timeout. He doesn't like the effort from his guys. Gators cut into the lead by 3. They're down 18 with 4:29. We want to say thank you to Alabama Power. Alabama Power for being a presenting sponsor. Zaxby's. Thank you to Zaxby's for being a presenting sponsor. Also, thank you to Gordy Eye Care. Thank you to Kinetic Credit Union, Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC, and Buffalo Rock Pepsi. Also, thank you to State Farm Carol Purdue. Her daughter played here, was Elizabeth, 1,000-point score. Terry Johnson Agency, thank you to them, and Alex Quinney All-State Agency. We appreciate their support of Georgia Alabama Sports Live. We'll have the Alex Quinney All-State Good Hands Player of the Game. Hopefully it's a Gator. Pender drives and is fouled. Lyles hacked him. Good take by Pender. Glenwood was down this much, Noah, last time they played, and came all the way back. Now, they did have a healthy River Baker, but they didn't have Alexander. He was out as Pender misses both of them. Right. No. And here comes Pender. Holloway, layup, no. Clarity over the back. Harper. Right, directing traffic. Here comes Haley. Out to Harper for 3. Airmail. Gators playing good defense here. Just got to get some offensive going. Somebody's got to hit a 3.
Lee Scott's been falling pretty cold so far shooting the ball. You just got to find some rhythm yourself offensively to get back into this one.
Pender needs it. Misses. And that would have been a big one if he could have hit it. Harper. Oh, what a spin. Loose ball. Wright's got it. Out to Haley for 3. And foul on the floor on Hayden Harper. And it will go back to Glenwood. Just have not hit a 3 yet in this one, Noah. And, you know, normally it's not a big deal. But in the games that they have been successful, they hit at least 5 or 6 threes. To not hit any is a big difference. Not hitting your free throws. And, of course, defensively in that first half, giving up 41. Majority of them to Harper. Sykes. And it's going to be off of Lyles. Watley will come in. Wyatt Watley to give Harper a breather. So with Harper out here, you got to take advantage if you're Glenwood, offensively and defensively. Look at Swag,
Wow.
and that's a tough lay right there from Swag. Lyles, pump fakes, good hands from Pender. Right, corner three, no. Loose ball. Lee Scott still got it. He tried to bully ball Sykes. Zachary tried to bully ball Tyler Sykes. That wasn't a good idea. Swag loses it. Zachary, reverse, no. Good rebound from Clarity. Swag, got to get aggressive. Bad pass again from Swag. And there will be an easy layup for Lee Scott. Back-to-back bad possession there is from Glenwood.
Yep. It's just tough because the defense has done its job holding Lee Scott to 6 points through 6.5 minutes. It's just the offense hasn't gotten going. They've only scored 9 of their own.
Lyles. Right. Right for three. No. Clarity comes away with it. Clarity to the right. Block and foul. And if that is correct, that should be foul number 5. 1F1 for Clarity. Clarity can hit both these and get it at 16. And Glenwood had their chances here in this quarter to really cut into the deficit, just can't hit shots. And then turning it over as Clarity misses another one. Does hit the second. 17 points if you're Glenwood here in the last minute. Let's get it to 15. Give yourself a little bit of a chance in that fourth. But you're going to have to start shooting the ball, and you're going to have to start hitting shots. Spin. Wyatt Watley's got it. A lot of subs in there for Lee Scott. Holding it for the last shot. Watley has it rejected. And McCrane gets a heave. In fact, he even got that close, was impressive. Glenwood down 17. They're going to have a magical fourth quarter to get back in this one. We got one more to go here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
I'm always on the go. But with the Kinetic Credit Union app, Kinetic is always with me. The Kinetic mobile app is virtual banking at its best. With the Kinetic mobile app, I can easily send and receive money, make a deposit, pay some bills, and I can even open up a new account, all from my phone. And I can monitor all my accounts in one place, all on the go. The Kinetic mobile app, energized banking at its best.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
In 2025, we're hammering down high prices at Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika. New GMC Sierra 4x4 crew cabs, discounted up to $12,000 off. GMC Terrain with a roomy cabin and pro safety, discounted up to $7,000 off. Enjoy the new year with no payments for 120 days. Choose from over 500 new and used vehicles on the lot or on the way. GlennSmith.com. Get ready to smile.
We're back here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. A quarter to go. No, we were talking about the defense was good there. They held Lee Scott to 6. Problem is, Glenwood
only scored 10.
Yeah.
So you've got to find a way to get hot from 3 or something, or make your free throws. Free throw percentage has not been the strong suit so far tonight for the Gators. So just keep doing what you're doing defensively, and you just got to find a way to get hot to find yourself to have a chance late.
Foul's going to be called on Trey Clarity. Harper. What a rejection from McCrane. Three-pointer in the corner. Airmail. Clarity, you got to go, man. Holloway. To McCrane. McCrane goes up, misses. Gets his own rebound, goes back up again, and even the and one attempt does not want to go down and rims out. It's pretty much how the night's gone for the Gators. Those are pretty much automatic for McCrane, and not able to finish it, but does make the first free throw attempt. Misses. Whoa, what a rebound from Swag. Has it rejected? Oh, good hustle there from Clarity. Swag came flying in for the rebound at Holloway, but then had it rejected. And score for Haley. Pender bullies his way and misses. But Haley lays it in, and it's back to 20. Just got to see how this night has gone, man. It's just not been the night for the Gators. It's already a tough place to win at as it is. Then doing it not healthy, and you can't buy a shot. Just even the easiest layup attempts are tough to go in. This team that put up 60 both times they played Lee Scott prior to this, Noah, and they got 31 now.
Yeah, it's been very cold all around the board when it comes to shooting tonight. Free throw shooting hasn't been great either.
And another miss from the charity strike. Harris is going to come in and get Barrett Cook a breather. Both misses from McCrane. Harper, layup, another block. McCrane's got several of them. Harper, right, up and under, another block from McCrane. McCrane's done his job defensively here in the second half. Problem is, those shots have been made. Crane. Pender. Pender. Drives. Pender will go to the line, but I don't know if that's been a good thing, Noah, because got to hit free throws. Pender's first shot is good. Battle for the loose ball. Parker Wright's got it. And they clear out for Wright. For Harper, excuse me. Nice pass, but not able to finish. Swag, floater, good. Down 17 again. I think the biggest and the best thing you can say about this Lee Scott team, Noah, is they don't beat themselves as Harper misses that. Coach Johnson thought it was a foul. Pender, long distance three, and he's short. He hadn't came out the game. He's just tired, no legs. And it's Harper, Harris, and one.
This Lee Scott boys team, very fundamentally sound, very good and quick ball movement. Of course, Hayden Harper can make a three from anywhere. It's just a very tough offense to defend, and they play great on defense as well with tremendous effort. So it's been a great year for them, and I expect them to make a deep run in the playoffs.
They're ranked as a top 10 team in the state. So is Glenwood, but there's a reason why Lee Scott's been ranked all year long, as we got under 4 remaining. Glenwood down 20. Looks like Lee Scott may hold on to this one. You never know. We'll be back after this. We're back here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Right now, Lee Scott is swagging and surfing. Noah, looks like to an area championship.
Yep. Yeah, they're having a good time here at Sanford Gymnasium.
So Lee Scott looks like they will be hosting the boys and the girls. Glenwood, both their teams are going to be on the road this Friday and Saturday. Yep. Holloway behind the back. Don't need to take a lot of time. Sykes. Finally, a three-pointer goes down.
First of the ball game.
And Coach Purdue calls a timeout, full timeout here. We'll take one more two. We'll be right back after this.
Hi, my name is Griff Gordy, and here at Gordy Eye Care, we have been serving the Bi-City as a former state championship quarterback. I love the fact that I can watch local high school athletics from the comfort of my own home. So it was a no-brainer to support Georgia-Alabama Sports Live and what they do for young athletes in our area.
And without business like yourself, Gordy Eye Care, none of our coverage would be possible. To be able to cover the 16 different high schools, the local colleges, and professional teams. So we'd like to say thank you to you, Dr. Griff Gordy, and Gordy Eye Care on Sports Live. And then you can make an appointment today at Gordy Eye Care with the number 334-291-5125. Keep supporting Gordy Eye Care and keep watching Georgia-Alabama Sports Live.
We're back here, 54-37. Can the Gators pull off the biggest comeback in the history of the program? If it's going to happen, they're going to have to hit more of those threes that Sykes just let fly about a minute and a half ago. Harper. If you leave Scott, take off as much time as you need. And a foul on McCrane. And they're fouling immediately. They're double teaming Harper. They're literally saying, anybody else beat us.
I'm not sure I've ever seen that. Have you?
I have not, but I think Coach Purdue's trying to get them on the free throw line and making someone force a mistake.
Yep.
Just anybody but Harper. Harris misses the first free throw. Maybe this will work now, but the problem is you're going to have to put other bodies in. You can't have one of your guys foul out. So Carter, Gardner, somebody's going to have to come in and start putting them at the charity strike. Makes one of two. Pender drives. Reverse layup, no good. And then another foul. You got to think if they start hitting their free throws, maybe Coach Purdue may call the dogs off on this one. Because you still got to turn around and play on Saturday. Can't believe it, but this will be the last time we do Glenwood on Georgia-Alabama Sports Live. We hate it's going to be a loss for both Gators and Lady Gators, but a phenomenal season for both of them, and they still have playoffs to go. We'll be cheering them on from a distance because they'll be on the road. And this is the last week of the regular season for all the schools that we cover. right. Harper.
Number 4 makes in the frame. That's his 5th personal foul.
Harris back in the game. 2 minutes left. McCrane fouls out. Wright makes the second one. Pender scores on that one. So the rubber match is going to belong to Lee Scott. They'll win 2 out of 3. And Glenwood just couldn't overcome the injuries and the thin bench too much in this one. And Pender finally hits one. But Harper was sensational, Noah. He was the player of the game. He's been fantastic all year long.
Yeah, he absolutely has. And this offense was really got it going in the first half. The defense, again, for Glenwood made great adjustments. Really had a chance in the third quarter to get back in the ballgame. If you could find anything offensively, just nothing would fall, and kind of been a slow, painful death for the Gators tonight in the rubber match. And going to see who they play. They're going to play the winner of Montgomery Academy and Alabama Christian. That's the 5A, or the 3A Area 5 championship game. So they'll be playing at the winner of that game. They're also playing right now.
Alabama Christian. That's a team you want to get revenge on after what happened in football.
Yeah, a team the Gator fans are pretty familiar with.
Makes both free throws there. Last minute of this one. Foul. Pender. No.
Yeah, I think Coach Purdue's about to call the dogs off on this one.
Yeah, Lyles will shoot free throws, and this one will be over. Scott's going to go to 25 and 4 now, and they're a team I think could make a deep run in 3A.
Absolutely. In the first game between both girls and boys between these two teams, that really didn't come down to the wire.
Sykes. And gets and one. Again, offense coming a little too late here. These are shots you would have wished you could have had in this first half when the Avalanche was going down and Lee Scott was going on a 15-0 run. So Glenwood will go down to 20-7. They're going to have to be on the road. We'll be cheering for them on Saturday. And the chapter for this year is going to end with a Lee Scott Area Championship, as the Lee Scott Warriors and Lady Warriors are going to sweep Glenwood and be area champions. Thank y'all so much for watching. Thank you to Noah. Thank you to Chris. We hope y'all enjoyed it. We'll see you next time on Georgia, Alabama Sports Live.